Before that, I wanted to ask, there were other people on that vessel that experienced systematic violence. You were saying broken bones, tasering, being sedated with unknown substances.
Yeah.
What are some of the accounts of others that you heard that was going on?
Okay, so Isla, that was the most concerning thing. She said in the torture tunnel she was syringed with an unknown substance in her chest.
Yeah.
Which she said she sort of felt sleepy, but we all felt exhausted. So, we're not really sure about what that was. But another friend of mine, Louise from Ireland.
So somebody's just come up to this person with a syringe and stuck a syringe in her chest and plunged some substance into her chest and come off it.
She had concussion and she fell unconscious.
I thought that was interesting how she jumped straight off that one. If somebody got a syringe in their chest, I'd be going on about it for a while. I wouldn't just jump off the subject. And not only that, if you look at the body language, there's a lot of looking down at the floor.
So we made a group decision to put her body in front of the torture chamber and advocate.
Listen to the language. Prison ship, torture chamber, broken bones, sexual assault. Come on.
For some medical help.
Yeah.
We were not sure retrospectively if that was a good idea because we didn't see her for the rest of the day.
In other words, they took her away and come on.
Her testimony of what happened to her is she was taken into a room. She was syringed. It was a tranquilizer. 5 Israeli soldiers came in. She was about to be raped by the 5 men and miraculously...
Oh, come on, viewers. Come on. I can't believe this. I
think this is maybe the only good...
Look, Israel, Lebanon, the whole lot of the Middle East is what it is. But this is so far-fetched. It's like a fiction story. Like I do... Oh, no.
From an Israeli soldier is that a female soldier came in and she chastised those men and she said, this is not happening and get out of here now.
Okay, bang, bang. Now we've got an error. Because she said that 2 female soldiers molested her. But now all of a sudden we've got 1 female soldier saving a person. So either we've got a whole lot of confused fucking pirates running the IDF Navy, or this is so well concocted, you'd have to be stupid to believe it, like Marine Faruqi.
So she actually protected Louise from that atrocious fate. So,
Israeli prison services, they denied all allegations and they said that, no, the detainees were treated lawfully. What's your reaction to that response?
Yeah, I mean, I think the actual quote was with great sensitivity.
With great sensitivity,
yeah.
Okay.
It's not true. When I was spat out of the torture chamber, I saw and heard, which was another sort of psychological level of torture, was the howls and the beatings and the slamming against the metal interior of that container, one by one.
I don't believe one word she's saying. That it was just if anything like that happened and it was unprovoked. Well, it's not convincing. It's not convincing. These people would be court-martialed. It's a democracy, whether it's like Israel or not. It's a democracy with fucking accountability and responsibility. The narrative here is like something out of a script.
All of our friends being beaten and tortured, and then the moment of them getting thrown into the open air prison boat where we were, in different levels of bleeding, broken bones, tasered to the face. Some people had
tasered to the face. Come on.
Really visible burns to their face.
visible burns to their face. What's that suggesting?
It's undeniable.
Yeah.
I think 40 people had broken ribs.
40 people had broken ribs. Come on. I didn't see. Do you know what it's like to have a broken rib? My God.
Some had internal bleedings with the broken ribs. I think a lot of accounts of people being raped with guns. I talked to a lot.
Raped with guns. Oh, for God's sake. Honestly. She's got to give account to this. If they can't prove it, isn't that a criminal offence to lie like that if she's telling lies?
A lot of men, most of the men were thrown out of that torture tunnel with their trousers and their underpants below their knees. They looked so ashamed and shocked and terrified. And now I know that the use of victim blaming and the fact that we haven't been believed yet means that a lot of those people just will not come forward.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, how well can you cover this? I mean, she's got it covered from every angle.
That's another crime in itself.
Absolutely. You know, when the Ben Gvir video came out, Canberra said, oh, that was...
Hang on. The Ben Gvir video is a woman where these fools are in detention and some woman stands up and starts singing out Free Palestine, and the Israelis turned around and said, get on the floor, and put her on the floor. She pushed them to the edge. Free Palestine. They've just turned around and gone, shut up. In America, they do more than that.
Disgraceful, but stopped short of a stronger response. In fact, Prime Minister Albanese refused to meet with the survivors of the flotilla.
Yeah.
You guys were
Because Prime Minister Albanese doesn't believe them.
in Canberra yesterday. Explain to us what happened and was there any progress?
Initially, it felt like we were treated like criminals. We had so much security. We were allowed to go. We were escorted into the estimates chambers with the Chief of Staff of David Shoebridge. It was a normal occurrence. It happens a lot when there's visitors to Canberra. Within 10 minutes of us sitting up the front, we were told, they stopped the session and we were told that we didn't have the right passes to be in there. So we were escorted out. Then we asked to go to the press gallery.
Sounds very similar to the flotilla.
And they took our phones away.
Oh, no, not a... Here we go again. Well, at least they didn't have to throw the phones out the window.
We were also told that that's never happened before. So they felt like there was a high level of policing around our presence even being there.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously with stories like this, they can't be trusted. Because if they bung these stories on about the Australian government, then what?
Which is a citizen's right to be, in the heart of democracy. These people are elected by us. They should represent us. We were all given a letter that Penny Wong wrote. I think we were there from 9 a.m. There was a letter that was at 10:39. She wrote it, and it was very... it was a duplicitous letter basically saying, not saying that she wanted to meet us, but saying that it sounds like we've had a bit of a hard time and, in the future, let's work out what we can do. But it was an embarrassing letter and it felt like, well, that's going to be it. Then we gave the press conference. There was a lot of media there. Yeah. Myself, Gemma and Neve. 3 of the 11 Australians that were on the flotilla gave our testimony. Yeah. I think that it...
Sounds like the numbers are against them. If they could only pull 3 out of 11, that's not a majority. That is not a majority. And if it was as bad as what they said it would, I'd be there. If what she's saying is true, they'd all be there. There wouldn't be one missing unless they were dead. No, it's not standing up. That's why, no.
potentially was so raw and so truthful that it cut through a lot of the disbelief.
Yeah.
And that's when we got the phone call that Penny Wong wanted to have a meeting with us, but she said that she would be busy until 11 o'clock at night, which also felt like, well, like, can we wait till 11 before we can have an audience with you?
Did you feel?
Well, of course you can if it's as bad as what you say it is. You'll wait till 1 o'clock in the morning. Come off it. Oh, can we wait till 11 o'clock at night to see it? You've gone all the way to Canberra. Ah, the cards just keep crashing.
I feel like it was more of a tactic to say, to give you such an unreasonable time, but to say, well, I did offer my hand out there for you.
Oh, yeah, it definitely felt like a tactic.
See how the Muslim interview was playing right into it?
So now when renegotiating...
None of this, Penny Wong's in the middle of setting estimates with her ass hanging out. Got marine fruki all over her.
She wants more testimony. She wants the x-rays, all the things. I've got a broken coccyx from being kicked in the back in the torture chamber. The Turkish government were amazing, and they repatriated us.
Of course they were. Well, go and live in Turkey.
And it's the first time I cried, actually, apart from seeing my daughter second time, was when I found out that all the stewardesses and stewards and the pilots on the 3 planes from Turkish Airways were all volunteers. They decided to do it without pay.
The arse licking that's going on. They lick each other's asses, and then when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, they're throwing everyone under the bus.
Wow.
And when the stewardess told me that, it was just one of those moments where you just say, oh, there are some good people in the world.
Oh, God, for fuck's sake. There are some good people in the world. You've got to be kidding me. Come on. Oh, God. Bang, victim mentality.
But yeah, so we got all of the tests done in Turkey, but they haven't released the our x-rays or our blood tests or anything like that. So that's been another criticism that we're making it up. Yeah.
Well, why haven't they released them? What's the big deal with that? What's the big secret there? It's pretty straightforward, isn't it? They're your x-rays.
So as soon as I got back to Australia, went to the Gold Coast, I live in the Northern Rivers, went straight to the hospital and was given a rape examination and re-x-rayed. It has confirmed that I have a broken coccyx. Now, in interviews, if people want me to, show and tell, I will do that. But yeah, the victim blaming.
A broken coccyx, right? Just hang on a sec, viewers.
To just believe all women. What happened to those slogans?
They try that in Palestine. Believe all women. You won't last 5 minutes.
Like empty words, really. Now,
what would meaningful government support look like for you?
Well, for me personally, or for
what do you think the Australian government?
Well, for you personally. Now she's losing her way a bit.
Should have done in response to what happened to the flotilla survivors?
Well, they should have met with them immediately. Yeah. They should have believed them. They should kick out the Israeli ambassador immediately. They should sanction Israel. They should stop the two-way arms trade. They should stop...
So hang on a sec. Does she think that she think the Australian public wants the Israeli ambassador kicked out for their foolishness? Like... Viewers, what planet are these people on?
Saying that we give a certain amount of money to Palestinians when we actually give weapons to Israel to kill...
Hang on a sec. $20 million and $40 million to UNRWA in Palestine's not fucking weapons, not weapons for Israel. They're using it for weapons for Hamas. Hamas had their headquarters underneath the UNRWA headquarters in... Oh, God, this woman's off a dial. Hang on, I'm going to show you something. I got to do it. Okay, so this is what they found under UNRWA's headquarters in Gaza. We've given them nearly $100 million. So this is underneath the UNRWA headquarters in Palestine, right? They did this under the hospitals, the child centres, the schools, as means of protecting themselves from anything like what's happened through their provoking the enemy. And it's the sophisticated network underneath there of tunnels and the way in which they run it. The power's running out of UNRWA. We give UNRWA $40 million, something or other, last year, or $20 million. We've given them, must be close to 100 or over $100 million. And this woman's got the hide to sit there and talk about totally ignorant, completely ignorant of reality. Oh, God. These people have gotten an agenda to destroy Israel. That's it. It's the only thing I can think of. Look, that's under UNRWA. That's Hamas server room, which constitutes an Hamas intelligence system. We paid for it. What's she talking about? Oh, dear. Dear, oh, dear. This was going on throughout the hospitals, the childcare centres, the schools, all running their power out of these places, Hamas. And these people are completely ignorant. You get the message there, don't you? Just completely ignorant. They got no idea. Anyway, they don't understand. They just don't understand.
St. Palestinians, we need to cut all ties. They're not an ally. They are genocidal serial killers, and the Albanese government history will.
I got mates that believe all this. I got mates that think Israel's serial killers. Watch out for America. This, that, and all the other. And I'm standing there and I'm going, are you doing your homework? And they're not doing their homework at all. At all. I'll tell you another thing too. Israel and America aren't solid Australian allies anymore. Anthony Albanese, with his socialist far-left governments, made sure of that.
Show him to be the war criminal and the complicit, spineless, immoral leader that he is. And he will be voted out. He will be.
Yeah.
His true colours have been shown. And if it's taken 430 ordinary people who should not have...
No, not 430 ordinary people. 430 idiots. You're idiots. You don't go sailing into a war zone, into a place where when yous landed on the ground, yous wouldn't have been safe anyway. They've got no comprehension of how dangerous it is, how volatile the area is. None. None. It's all about their ideology and what they believe they need to do that the world's not.
Have been on that flotilla. It was his responsibility and his government's responsibility to open that humanitarian corridor and deliver aid.
To suit them, to suit these fools, the governor would have warned them not to go. Don't go. Don't interfere in that. It's way above your head. Not these fools. They went all the way right up to the Israeli Navy, who told them to turn back. No, we're not going to turn back. Turn back, turn back. No, we're not going to turn back. We're warning you to change course. No, we're not going to change course. No, we've got to drop off these Coles bags of food and a couple of boxes of whatever. They didn't find hardly anything on the boats, the IDF. It was all about destroying Israel. That's the only thing I can say. They just want to say as much as they can that's bad about Israel.
History will judge him, and it's doing it now.
There are people...
History won't judge Anthony Albanese. Anthony Albanese judged himself.
That will tell you, well, Juliet knew how dangerous it was to get on that boat, and no one forced anyone in the flotilla to get on that boat.
Yeah, well, that just contradicted everything she said, because she just said the Australian government forced her to get on the boat. You see the look on her face? She's looking at the interviewer going, didn't you just listen to what I said? I just said we were forced to do it because the Australian government wouldn't intervene. Now you're saying you weren't forced to do it. Nobody's safe in that world. No.
What would you say to that response?
I would say that if you look at any social change in the world, the suffragettes, civil rights, it's always just been a group of ordinary people who, in the absence of their governments, have been forced to step up to the plate. Yeah. And a lot of the time that means putting...
Okay, so she's just pushed back at the interviewer who said nobody was forced. Now she's saying, oh yeah, we were forced to step up to the plate. So now... between the interviewer and this will shut down this interview because it's starting to get a bit conflictive.
Yourself in harm's way.
Because when you bullshit to one another for long enough, you're going to start getting the shits with one another. That's what it is.
And a lot of the time that means sacrifice. And, you know, is it delusional to think that we wouldn't have been killed? I'm really surprised that there was...
That's completely and utterly fucking delusional. Completely and utterly. Not is it, not maybe, could it have been. The moment they stepped foot on those boats, it was a one big fucking delusion.
Wasn't a fatality on that flotilla with the amount of violence, you know, that there would have been at least 40 people on that flotilla, doctors and journalists who would have been over the age of 70. They had broken ribs. You know, they were not given blood pressure medication. It's incredible that nobody died on that flotilla.
Nobody was ever going to die, viewers. And if they had died, it would have been their fault and their responsibility. Nobody else's. You can blame whoever you like. It's not, it just doesn't wash. I'm trying to believe this woman, but I can't. There's defiance, there's lies, there's parts that aren't adding up, there's things that can't be proved. If she had a broken coccyx, she'd be in a lot of pain, because my sister had one and she's still not right.
But would they go back there tomorrow if they thought that Palestine could be liberated, that they could live with dignity, that their children would be...
Hang on, viewers. Palestine, okay, hang on. Palestine was liberated in 2005. They gave them the whole fucking territory and they destroyed it and turned it into a terror rat hole. I'll see you in the next episode.